Hi everyone, this is Brian with Anderson Pens, and on today's episode of My Favorite Pens, we're going to take a look at the Waterman 17 eyedropper. Let's take a look. Okay, so here we have the Waterman 17, and if you have never heard of this pen before, I'm not at all surprised. This pen is circa 1908 and was kind of a small departure in Waterman's numbering system in that they put a pen in between sizes 16 and 18. So in 1908 they had number 7 nibs in all sorts of different holders, straight cap, cone cap, taper cap. I don't expect they were very popular just based on the sheer rarity and scarcity of them today. They're just not seen very often. But let's compare them with the 16, and as you can see, it's only marginally larger, maybe a little bit larger in girth. And then we will put the 18 out here, which is the not the largest pen Waterman made, but the largest one most people ever see. And if you want to compare that to a modern pen that we're all familiar with, there's the Montblanc 149. So as you can see, the 18 is a fairly large pen, but the 17 is considerably much smaller than the 2 and only marginally bigger than the 16. So let's take the 16 out of the picture here. Take the Montblanc out of the way, and let's take a look at the pen itself. These are both cone cap eyedroppers. They're very simple pens, chased hard rubber. We've got optional clip on this one as well as on the 18, but let's take a look at the nibs. And New York nib, and yes indeed it says New York 7 on the base of the nib. We've got a fairly faint imprint here. It's heavily worn, but who cares? You almost never see them. The most important thing is that number on the barrel end there is very clear. This is a 17. Now let's compare it to the 18 as far as nib size, and there's no comparison. You see the 8 is just considerably larger, almost 50% larger. We look at the feeds. It's just a monster of a pen. It's no wonder, considering how close in size the 17 is to the 16, that people just either moved up to an 18 or this pen just was not necessary. Unposted, it's a very large size. Let's put the cap on here. I don't normally post my vintage pens, but to give you an idea how long this pen is posted, it's a big pen. You don't need to post this pen, absolutely. Take a little bit side shot of the feed there. And this pen is not without its flaws. There is a little tiny crack at the base of the nib, and the nib does need a little straightening and some TLC, but these nibs are so hard to find. These pens themselves are they're scarce. Available in black hard rubber, black chased hard rubber like this one, modeled hard rubber, by far probably the rarest. There were some overlays, but slip cap. We've got breather hole right here above the clip and to the side. And it's got your standard clip cap, 2 rivet clip on there. We've got a breather hole on the top here and kind of that early dome on the top. So really, just to, to give you another idea, there it is in my hand. It's a fairly big pen, but just not very popular. You don't see very many of them today, and when you get a chance, if you're a collector, you get a chance to get one of these, you have to get it because you don't know when you're going to see the next one. It's a very cool addition to my collection. I was very happy to find it essentially at the price of finding the nib, and no cracks, no chips, none of that business. With a crisp imprint on the barrel. Waterman 17 is that's why it's one of my favorite pens. It's just so unique. So there you have it, the Waterman 17 eyedropper. Be sure to check us out online at andersonpens.com, our store in Appleton, Wisconsin, or at any number of pen shows nationwide.